Hi, choose my MacOS, and today I'm going to show you guys how to make Daisy as a me. So first, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go on to add new characters, start from scratch, and also go on start from scratch and female because she's a girl. And she's kind of got like a, not a circular face, she's kind of got like a little circular face. Accordingly to Shumi Come Home, she's got a little small face, but I can't get that on the me version unfortunately. But let's see what we can do. Yeah, I'm gonna kind of go with, yeah, I kind of like that. Yeah, that kind of fits in with Daisy a bit. So what I'm gonna do is for the hair, she hasn't got any hair, so I'm gonna go on to here. So she has no hair. I don't think she's got any eyebrows either, because sometimes not all the characters have eyebrows. So I'll just get rid of the eyebrows. So what I'm gonna do after that is see what kind of eyes I can give her. I don't really like those ones, but is there ones that look just like, yeah, just like this, but I need to space them out a little bit. But if you guys are definitely trying to make her out of scratch, you can always pause the video at any point you want to, in a way. So I've already got her eyes in, but she hasn't got, the thing is, she hasn't got any, she hasn't got a nose, so I might have to shrink the nose, so it could be like these little square noses. And I'll do a shrink like that, so you can't quite see it, but you can somehow. But there's no mouth either, but I'll try and see what I can do for that. Yeah, then what I'm going to do, I'm going to shrink the nose into it, but I'll just move the nose. There you go, you can't see the nose now. So for a favourite colour, I think it'd be yellow, because she kind of likes that sort of thing, so that's what I'm going to do. So there you go, we've got her colour. Now all we gotta do is now insert her name, which is Daisy. Well, if you have played the demo, you might find these familiar characters, but not all of them got names yet. But as we like, continue our series, if we go start doing Shumi Come Home, for example, we might discover some more characters, and these we might have some more me tutorials coming out. Who knows? At the moment, we're focusing on Daisy. So that's a good start. So we've done pretty well making her. I think I might need to adjust the height though. Hang on a sec. I need to adjust the height. So just realised that she is quite big. So I'm going to try and adjust the height. So I'm going back onto Edit Me. You guys can do this too if you want. If you want to make sure she's quite big, because she's quite big. So I'm going to try and make her a bit bigger. Yeah, a little bit, because she's bigger than Shumi. So there we go. Not too bad. Yeah, that looks good. Now let's go on to makeup. So in the makeup session, we haven't got much away of what things we can decorate with her, but we need to try and make a flower shape on the top, which is her actual hat accessory. But she's also got like little dots underneath her eyes, so I'm going to try and look for those. So I'm going to have to go onto stickers, like so. But I think I would have to do little tiny dots, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to adjust the size to about there. And I think it's got like 3 little dots underneath. Let me have a, yeah, I think she's got 3 little dots, so we're going to go with that. So I think they're kind of like this kind of colour. Yeah, that fits. Yeah, that's what I've got so far. Okay, so now I'm going to do is I'm going to add some more, but of course we need to go back on to add makeup again, because it won't actually fully copy it the first time, so I'm going to try and do that again. Oh, here we go. Need that. So what I'm going to copy it again using the X button, and then I'm going to try and make sure I move it over a bit. Problem is I've got to get rid of that circle over there, so I'm going to get rid of the one that I originally had. So if I go on to delete makeup, I can officially just get rid of it. So now there you have it. Now I've got to do is copy it. Oh wait, hang on a second. Go back onto not add makeup, edit makeup, and then go on to add. You can add it again. You can do it for the other side, so you can actually copy and do it again. So it's like copy and pasting it half the time, but it looks good though, doesn't it? So far, it looks like she's now got some little patterns underneath her eyes, which look good. So I've just got to try and see if I can match them. Yeah, that looks good. And the next thing I've got to try and do is try and make a little flower shape on the top of her head. That's the next bit we've got to do, okay? So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to come out, probably look at, let me go back into stickers again. So I'm going to add sticker. I'm looking for one that kind of looks like a stem of a flower. So I'm kind of thinking, do I need to use probably the square one here, the little square sticker? And what I do, I adjust the size to it so it makes it look a bit, well, not too big. I want it to make it a little bit like, yeah, like that. That looks good. And then what I've got to do, I've got to change it because it's like a lighter greenish colour. So it could be that colour or it could be this colour green. I'm going to stick with this kind of green. So I'm going to move it upwards so it goes up a little bit. And there you have it. There's a stem of our first flower. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the circle button again. I'm going to copy it and readjust the size of it. Yeah, that's about that sort of shape, but I'm kind of looking for a darker brown colour. There you go. It's pretty chocolatey, I must say, but at least it fits in with what I'm looking at. No, it looks like it fits in. That's a good start. But I think we need to make it a little bit big, maybe just a little. Yeah, like that. There you go. So at least we've got a little bit of the flower, so that works out. So next thing I've got to do now is add the petals, and then we might be like nearly done. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go into add makeup again, but this time we're looking for a petal shape, so it's going to probably be something that's kind of semicircular. But I'm kind of thinking this shape might do. What I'm going to try and do is I might have to copy it a few times, that's the plan. But it's got to be, I might have to rotate it as well, so if I was going to rotate it, it would look a bit like that. But according to the actual picture that I'm using, it needs to be a bit bigger, so I'm going to have to make it big as I can. Not like going through that angle, but I'm kind of thinking the bigger it gets, the longer it gets, that's the plan. But it does look a little bit too big from my angle, but that's what the actual image is telling me. It looks pretty big, so I've got to make it, I think it's like a warm yellowy colour, but I'm not sure if there's any good yellows, but that's kind of a start. Yeah, I kind of like that warm yellow. I might go for that, and I might add some other textures to it later. So I might as well just copy that, so at least we've got that for the other side. Right, so now I need to do is need to rotate it again, so it sticks out a little bit. Then I might have to put like a little bit inside, but then as I've got, I'm going to use a circle or some sort, because then it can go underneath. But it looks like she's got like a hat now because I'm making flowers on top of it. But I'm going to keep copying it and then changing the rotation of it. So I'm going to change it again. Yeah, I want to add it this one and then change the rotation so it looks like a flower. Yeah, that's coming on pretty good. So now I need to do, let's come out of it again and then copy it again so I can do it for the other side, and then rotate it. Yeah, then move it up a bit because we don't want to make sure we can still see the middle. Okay, so what I'm going to do next, I'm going to copy the little circle one here. Then what I'm going to do is change the opposite, try and like change the size of it so it stretches out a bit like a petal. And what I need to do is change the colour to it to what I had before, which was this colour here. Yep, there you go. And then have it coming about, yeah, about there, that'll do. And then do it for exactly the same side, like so. Or I go like on the other side, that's what I'm going to do, I'm going to rotate it. And I'm going to rotate it again. Well, there you go, now I've got her actual little flower on the top, but I need to kind of like add some different colours as well, so I probably might do that later or something. So according to the image, there's got to be like more like the like a lighter or kind of darker orange in the middle, so I'm gonna have to kind of copy what I had previously. but then I'm going to change the opposition of it. So what I'm going to do is make it smaller, but so kind of semi like that. But I kind of need to continue making it smaller a little bit so it fits in with the middle. And I'm kind of thinking, what else could I do is make it like an orangey colour, so it could be a darker orange or a lighter, but I'm kind of thinking lighter because it kind of matches her little cheeks underneath her eyes a little bit. Yeah, and then what I can do is I can now change it a little bit. Let's rotate it so it kind of goes inside. I quite like that. But what I might have to do, I might have to copy the other petals in order to fill out the whole space a little bit. So that's what I've done so far. So if I go on to, where's the bigger petals, these ones here, if I copy one of them, I can then change the position of them again. So I'm going to make them small, but then make it a bit like that, and then do it the same colour. Then add it like so, so it's like you've got like a little bit of inside of a petal. There's a lot of detail you've got to add into this, so that's what I'm trying to do, is I'm going to try and change and rotate half of it so you've got more detail to be added. So there's a lot of detail involved when it comes to doing the petal, because that's her only accessory she has on top of her head is a flower. It could be either a sunflower or a lily, you never know. So I'm going to add that there. And I'm going to shrink the size again, like so, and then change it for this colour, so we've got a bit of like middle kind of flowery colour. So we've now got light and darker areas in the flower, so that's coming along pretty good. So I think I've done a very good job so far. So it's doing pretty well though. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to add the finishing touches. So I'm going to copy the last two petals and make sure their size is quite small. And also change the colour to an orange colour. But what I might do, I might make it a little bit bigger because I can tell it doesn't kind of line up. So I'm going to try and adjust the side a little. There you go, that's perfect. That's perfect. Okay, let's copy the last one like so, and then change it up a little bit. So the idea is we've got to make sure it's small, but not too small, like a little blob. So we'll make sure it comes out a little bit like so. Then rotate it. I think it needs to be stretched out a little bit. Let me just move that to make it small and then stretch it out a little bit. There you go. Then rotate it so it faces the opposite way, and then change the colour to the lighter orange that we've just used. So if you use it more than once as we do in my little me tutorial, but at least it came out pretty good. Mind you, it did take a long one to do, so if you're someone who wants to, you know, make Daisy from Shumi Come Home, feel free to. It's definitely a challenge, that's for sure, because she is quite bigger than Shumi. So the idea is you might need to, like, you know, adjust the size of her in the Me Maker or something, so you can see that she's bigger than Shumi. So at least you guys enjoyed the me tutorial so far, but it did take a long time though, because there's a lot of things you had to do for the actual accessory. But at the end of the day, at least I made Daisy, that's for sure. Make sure you like on it. If you're new to my channel, see more of my content, please subscribe to a variety of content you might enjoy. Might involve Animal Crossing content, Metopia content. So what I'm probably going to do for next week is that I might have a selection of different, like, you know, me's, like, you know, recreating videos, and maybe some, you know, me tutorials and that stuff. But they're going to probably come out next week, because I think I've been given some requests by, you know, a few of you. So I might end up trying getting them out next week, so stay tuned for that. Also, turn notification for other Animal Crossing and Metopia content over by Animal Crossing. I'll see you next one, so bye.